Today we're going to finish up our project. Start by finishing coloring up your background. Don't forget to make sure that you are drag racing, going from top to bottom on your shapes to make sure your marker ink is smooth and even. Go back and smooth out the edges that are bumpy and the sides if you need to, or patch any holes in the center. Continue to color all over that background and fill up all of your shapes. Work slowly and carefully to stay inside your lines and do your best work. As soon as you've filled up that entire piece of your background, the next step is going to be to grab your self-portrait. You can add some decorations or details onto your shirt of your portrait to give your portrait a little bit of individual flair. I'm just playing around with some lines and making a pattern on my shirt. Don't make it too busy. We don't want it to compete with your background. Then grab a pair of scissors and start to cut out your portrait. Remember to cut slow and carefully right next to your line. Turn your paper as you cut. Your scissors can open up wide for big chomps or small for nibbles. You should be using nibbles to help you stay on the lines today, especially if you have curvy or wavy hair that you're working on like I am. This takes a long time, so go slow. You don't want your cutting to be the things people notice. You want your drawing skills and your craftsmanship to stand out. Some places you might need to use our different technique, that is the wiggly tooth method. Remember, cut in one side, pull your scissors out, and cut in from the other side to make a triangle shape. As soon as you get to the top of that triangle, you can wiggle out that wiggly tooth. Then you're going to put your scraps in the recycle and lay on your portrait. Grab a glue stick, not a bottle of glue, and flip your portrait over. Twist off that cap, he could be kind of sticky, and only raise your glue stick a little bit so he doesn't become a sticky mess. Lightly press, don't push super hard, and add some glue to the edges of your portrait. Once you get your edges glued, put a couple lines of glue in the center to help it stick, and close up your glue by putting it down, cap on. When you put your portrait on your background, you need to line up the bottom with the bottom of your paper. This is super important. Line it up first, then smooth out your bottom first. You need to press and then press the top up. If you do not push the glue onto the paper, your portrait will fall off. Make sure that everything's glued on well. Then you're going to write your name and your class on the back of your paper. Make sure you don't forget that last step so we know whose portrait is whose. Now you're ready for Seesaw. Go grab your reflection paper and post your work.